everybody, welcome back to Covers and Commentary, and welcome to another episode of Drummer Reacts. Now, technically, I have already listened to this song. This is Fleeting Lullaby, but this one is by Fake Type. So this is actually, I guess, the original. I'm not 100% sure, but this was the original one with the original vocalist, or at least one of the two vocalists, because of course we have the one that Otto did that was incorporated into the One Piece movie. But this one is the original, and I'm actually kind of curious because I didn't know that there were two versions, one from Fake Type themselves and then one with Fake Type's music and Otto's vocals. So I'm curious to see what the differences are going to be, and so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to listen to it and kind of point out some of the differences, if any. Of course, vocals are going to be different, but let's see what else there is. Let's dive right in. Oh, already pausing. Right out of the gate, it's a totally different key, which, considering Otto's range versus just what I've heard already, that actually makes sense. So let's start over now that we know that it's in an entirely different key. Let's go. Or at least it's lower. I'm not sure if that... No, that's definitely a different key. Yeah. Yeah. Same kind of swing sound, which I like. Actually, so this... Oh, interesting. Sorry. I know we usually focus on the music here, but this is actually kind of cool. So what we saw from the music video with Otto and the Uta character from One Piece, it was basically, it looks like just a 3D version of this with the One Piece character, whereas this looks like animated entirely. So that's kind of cool. Not 3D animated, like 2D animated. But anyway, let's go. Yeah. Definitely a lot more reliant on the, like, in the back of the throat kind of sound. Like, Otto had a lot of variation. Oh. So that's interesting. Let's go back here. So for that part, the like, do, that part, the way that it was done the first time we heard it with Otto was like she still had a note. Well, obviously everything has some kind of note or key to it, but it sounded like she was definitely aiming for a specific note, whereas this almost sounds like he's just going straight into the just shouting, which actually kind of works in this styling. He's also relying a lot more on the like growl, back of the throat gravel, like kind of thing, versus Otto's gravel is a little more like chesty in a way, is a lot more like deeper down, whereas this definitely sounds a lot more up in the throat, almost like you're just like growling kind of thing, which is kind of cool. Also, like, he's also going for just that like wah kind of sound, which I like. Huh. Yes, this rap is so good. Yeah. I also love that it is just what we saw 3D animated, but now it's 2D. Also, it's interesting, like, maybe it's just because I wasn't paying attention to the lyrics and I was just paying attention to just the crazy vocal range before, but, like, the English words that are kind of scattered in here are a little more, feel more prominent. I don't know if that's just because of the vocal styling differences, but, or maybe I was just too taken aback by the actual sound of the actual, like, crazy range that Otto had, but yeah, that's kind of interesting. Yeah. It's also interesting. Sorry, I'm going to go back to that section again because the range he's using is like almost like he's going way up in the head voice, but not in like a clear head voice. It's almost like using it almost as like a caricature style voice. They're like wah kind of thing. Like think of almost it's a terrible example, but it's what came to mind. It's almost like the voice for like Mario for Super Mario Brothers kind of thing. They're like wah up in the top of the range kind of thing. Whereas like Otto went from like operatic to traditional chest singing to gravel. It's two very different stylings from two very different vocalists. It's super interesting to see. But yeah, this one I like this styling, and also that difference in the pitch, the difference in key. Actually really makes this fit super well to this guy's vocal styling and range. This is really cool. Yeah, because then he drops down here into the regular sing. Da 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 da. Totally off key again. Da 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 da. Yeah. Yeah, because that's so his da 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 da. Da da is like kind of what he does. Like. Like that kind of thing. That was really bad. But yeah, you get the idea. Yeah. And I didn't point this out the first time, but I like da 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 da. He's like shouting it, and that's one of the differences that actually kind of stands out more because Otto's was where she went into that operatic style singing, and he stays into the shouting. So you get like not this. I went too far, but here, almost. I could just skip ahead, but I'm not going to. Here. Yeah. I'm really curious how they're going to do the rap at the end. Yeah. This is in a range I could actually do. Yeah, this last bit will be interesting. Huh. Okay. We're gonna go back and listen to that part again. So interesting. So his style in this, and it's kind of not fair because it's two very different vocal stylings, and they both fit this song extremely well. I don't want you to take away that this is worse than Otto's or better than Otto's. They are both incredible styles. So don't take away that I don't like one over the other, or I like one, whatever. They're both good. It's just super interesting, the differences, because in this last section here, with the version that Otto did, it was a lot more gravel with a shout to it. Whereas this, they're still shouting, but even his dirtier vocal stylings have more of a clean feel to them than Otto's. Otto's really good at getting that deep gravel, that deep rasp, that good vocal fry in there. His vocal fry in this is not quite as aggressive. If anything, it's almost not even there. But that means that when he's putting effort in to really make it sound rough, really make it sound like a dirty section for the vocals, you're not really getting an aggressive grind or an aggressive gravel to it. There's no real serious fry to it, and it keeps that clean sound without, I don't know, it's definitely different, but it doesn't have the same impact. But for this tone that we've had for the whole song, it works. Like, we'll just listen to it again here. Da, 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 da. Oh, I went back too far again, but we're going to listen to it all again. Da, 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 da. Da, da. Yeah, and the dirty vocals, like the bit of gravel, the bit of vocal fry we do have, is backed up by almost equal level mixed backing vocals. So you have the main vocals and you have the vocals behind that are mixed almost to the same volume, a little bit less and a little off to, it sounds like a little bit off to the right from what I can hear. Or there's two different ones mixed kind of more heavily to the right and then one not as high on the left. It's hard to tell. But because of that, it fills the space and kind of gives it a bit more of a, it gives the actual section a bit more depth without having to push as much vocal fry in on the singer side, which is really interesting. This part's, yeah, this part especially. Wow! Yeah. He's got a way cleaner on that, which is, I mean, it works for this styling. And then the surrounding vocals are basically matching that. It's you hear it a lot in like Foo Fighters songs where you have backing vocals that are essentially just echoes of the same rhythm, same everything, no harmony. It's just the same everything, but that acts as almost a slight reverb or delay, but because it's a different singing take, it has that unique sound to it. There is some harmony mixed in though. Yeah. Yeah, all of them are singing that part. And then he goes very clean there. Huh. Tofamakyo. The vocals and lyrics. Very nice. That was really good. Like I said, I don't want you to take away from this video that I think one is better than the other or anything like that. These are both incredible. It's just super interesting to hear these kind of differences. Oh, and Demon Dice did the character design along with, I'm not sure who, Rojiko and Komamu with a bunch of M's is, but I know I've seen Demon Dice before. That's kind of cool. Either way, yeah, I don't want you to take away that I like one over the other. These are both extremely good in their own right. Like this is a really interesting style of it. I love that. I believe the last time I talked about this, I was informed that this style is called electric swing or electro swing, something like that, and it works extremely well. I like it. I am a fan of this. I like Otto's version, and I like this version, and because the key difference is... they each have things I really like about them, and they stand out from one another really well despite being the same song. That's really cool. You don't see that a lot in music, and I really like that. It's very rare to see, so definitely interesting. Hopefully you all enjoyed it as well. If you did, make sure to leave some comments down below, maybe recommending some other stuff. I'm starting to work my way through a list now, but I also have, of course, my own list still. And that's about it. If you enjoyed this kind of content, make sure to give it a like. And if you really want to make sure that you don't miss it again or miss it at all, make sure to subscribe so you don't. And hit that bell notification. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. Hopefully it works better for you. But aside from that, thank you all so much for watching this video with me. I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for being here, and have a good one.